Hello everyone, welcome back to the drivers room. We're in Endurance Championship today. This is season 6, round 2, tier 1, and we're at Sardinia Road Track A in the group 4s. Our grid walk today on pole we have Plux. He's starting on the softs, winner of the first round and reigning champion, but he's in the GT86 today, notoriously slow off the line, so we'll see how he gets on. In second place we have Smith, starting on super softs, finished 4th in round 1, second place, and probably looking to take the lead into the first corner, I would imagine. So see how he gets on. In third place we have Knee Jogger, starting on the softs, probably say disappointing 10th place last time around for Knee Jogger, but starting third today and looking quick in the Lexus. In 4th place we have Gadget, starting on the softs. He picked up a podium, 3rd place finish last time around for Gadget. Again in the powerful Lexus, we'll be looking for a good start off the line. In 5th place we have myself, DJ Rice, starting on the super softs. Did struggle last time around in the group 3s, finished 11th. A lot more comfortable in the group 4, and the Jag quite suited to this track, so I'll see how I do from 5th place. In 6th place we have Muller, starting on the super softs. 7th place finish last time around for Muller, probably look to improve on that, starting from 6th today. In 7th place we have Chris, 6th place finish last time around for Chris. In the BMW today we'll see how he gets on, reasonably good quality time for the BMW, so we'll see how he does. In 8th place we have V8 Vendetta, softs on the front, super softs on the back. Only managed the 13th place last round, but is looking quick today in the Lambo. So yeah, starting from 8th. In 9th place we have Kamaru, starting on the softs, 5th place last time around, so good points all. Be looking to move up from 9th I think today. In 10th place we have Ronin, starting on racing softs on the front, super softs on the back. 2nd place, finishing round 1. Starting from 10th today after poor quality by his standards, so we'll see how he gets on, but the Mustang should be suited to this track, so we're looking to move up the grid. In 11th place we have Lorcas, starting on the super softs, just inside the top 10 in round 1, finishing 9th. Consistent drive today, should soon do well in the GTR. In 12th place we have Richie, starting on the super softs, no points so far this season, so he'll be looking to make his mark on the championship today. In 13th place we have Daz, starting on the softs, finished 15th last race, but he's been struggling to get the practice in this ever more competitive tier 1. And in 14th place we have Senna, starting on the softs, 8th last round, disappointing quality today. but obviously a very quick driver. So starting from 14th, we'll see how he gets on at the back. In 15th place we have Jules, starting on the softs. 12th place last time around, picking up 4 points, but again not really looking good around here today, so we'll see how he gets on at the back. And right at the back we've got Ben, 16th place, so starting on the softs. 14th place last time around, not a great quali today. Obviously another driver I think struggled to get a bit of practice in beforehand, but that's our grid walk today. We're at 16 drivers, full grid. Let's get underway. So here we are then at Sardinia, as we take a look on board from the pole sitter, take a look back through the grid. So I finished 2 out, he's going to struggle for the lines, a good chance he's going to get swamped into the first corner. There goes Smith, here comes the Lexuses, and myself and the Jag just running out of track there a little bit, so we've got Plux dropping right down to 4th from pole, and it looks like Gadget's going to lead everyone into the first corner. He's just about got his nose ahead of Smith. So we've got Gadget up into first, Smith into second, and it looks like Knee's just going to grab third, as he's got the inside of this left coming up. Oh yeah, I think Plux just slots himself back into 4th, myself just staying in 5th at the moment. We've got Chris in 6th, Ronin's moved up a few places there to 7th, Kamaru 8th, V8 Vendetta in 9th, Muller 10th, Lorcas 11th, Richie 12th, Jules 13th, so he's moved up a couple of places, Daz in 14th, Senna down to 15th, so he's had a bad start, and Ben in 16th, so rejoin the leader now, Gadget. He's got Smith behind, Smith on the super softs, Gadget on the soft, so Smith's going to be putting him under pressure early on. Knee jogger getting a little bit wobbly coming out of that corner, so top 5, 6 they're all very close together. So myself and the Jag should be looking to put Plux under pressure also. So I'm on a softer compound. Jag is very quick round here. Looks like Ronin's moved himself up to 6 now, so he's putting myself under pressure. Good first lap from Ronin. Look through the back of the grid, looks really bunched up there. Just got Muller just leading the pack in 10th, Richie close behind. Is that Lucas and Senna side by side? So Lucas is retaining 13th. So not a lot that 2 out we can do down the straights. Looks like Jules has pitted from the back there, so he might have picked up damage somewhere. And it looks like Smith has taken the lead. Let's have a little look back. Oh yeah, just rejoining Smith coming out the final right-hander. So it looks like a easy enough move down the straights. Gadget's got the inside, but that Ferrari looks like it's just got the pace on him. They both brake very late. Yeah, Smith meets the apex, takes first place. It's a good move down the main straight. Gadget down to second. And Nijo still in third. So yeah, looks like Plux is coming under a little bit of pressure from the Jag and the Mustang. So it all gets a little bit tight, and it looks like Ronin's got the job done on the outside of that corner. Moves himself up into 5th. But still there with the Jag by the looks of it. So just about get myself back up into 5th, Ronin back down to 6th. So yeah, it's 1.5 laps in. It's Ronin from 10th to 6th place, and looking very quick indeed. Take a look at the front of the grid again. So yeah, Smith just still holding on to first place. Gadget in second, Nijo third. So Plux running a little bit wide there in 4th. Might give me a little look, but not many overtaking opportunities as Ronin runs round in, gets the job done on the inside of that corner. Nice move up into 5th. So I've lost a lot of momentum there, so that's Chris moving up into 6th as well, myself moving down to 7th. Kamara in 8th, V8 in 9th, Muller still in 10th, as it looks like the back of the grid is just spreading out a little bit now. So Smith's pulled a little bit of a gap to Gadget as well. This looks like this is Ronin taking a look at Plux. He's on. Plux got the inside, but not very tidy through there. It's going to give Ronin a good run through this next section. Yeah, it looks like he's got himself ahead. He's Ronin up into 4th, just over 2 laps. Good effort from Ronin so far. So Plux down to 5th. Chris in 6th, myself in 7th. Maru 8th. Yeah, this group all very close together. So I'm just catching that BMW a little bit down the straights, but Chris on the super softs as well, so it's going to be a difficult car to overtake. Let's rejoin the leaders now. Smith still in 1st place, just maintaining that gap. We've got Gadget in 2nd, still under a little bit of pressure from Knee Jogger. Drop backs, Ronin's not managed to pull that much of a gap to Plux yet. Plux still gaining the benefit of that slipstream. It's going to come in handy in the Toyota. Make up for the poor straight line speed. So it looks like Kamaru making a move on myself and then moving himself up into 7th. So yeah, good move from Kamaru in the Citroen. Up into 7th place, myself down to 8th now. V8's going to start catching as well. Muller's still in 10th, just holding Lucas off at the moment. Senna down in 12th, Richie in 13th, Ben in 14th, Jules in 15th. Daz down in 16th. There's top 3. Nothing separating the top 3 at the moment. So let's see Gadget just getting out of the dirty air there. Ronin closing the gap now. So yeah, he's pulled a little bit of a gap to Plux. Looking to catch Knee Jogger in 3rd place. It looks like Chris might be catching Plux as well. This little battle for 7th, 8th and 9th. So V8 with there, looks like he's caught up to the back of myself. It's a little bit untidy there, or it's a run wide. This is going to give V8 a chance. Yeah, so V8 moves himself up into 8th place. A little mistake from myself there, send myself down to 9th. Not having a great race so far. Smith just crossing the line now. Gadget's going to really close that gap up. Is he going to take a look into the first corner? No, it's both drivers very good on the brakes there. So Smith just holding on to 1st place. Gadget in 2nd, Knee still very close behind in 3rd. Not much battling going on between them, so they're not really slowing each other up at the moment. Ronin is still closing the gap. Chris having a few connection issues there by the looks of it. So Kamaru looks like he's pulled a bit of a gap to myself as I'm coming under pressure from V8. Muller close behind, Lucas very close behind as well. So any mistakes you're going to get punished and lose a lot of places. There's a bit of tyre smoke coming out there. V8 just nudges the barrier there. He's going to lose a bit of momentum. This might give Muller a look as he takes to the outside. He's going to get the inside on the next couple of corners though. So yeah, it looks like he's just got himself through and he's dragged Lucas along with him. So Lucas on the inside as well, so V8 losing a couple of places there just from a tiny little nudge on the barriers. So Lucas and V8 side by side. And, I think V8 might have just done enough here to fend off Lucas. Good driving compare there. To the end, start lap 6. Got Smith in first, Gazzy in second, Nee in third, Ronin in fourth, Plux in fifth, Chris in sixth, Kamaru 7th, myself in 8th, coming under pressure from Muller now. Just keep an eye on this into the first corner. Got the inside, think I'll be okay. Someone running wide. Kim's gone really wide there. It's gonna promote myself and Muller 7th and 8th respectively, and Kim coming under pressure from Lucas as well. So Lucas might just get the job done around the outside of this corner. A little bit of contact, but yeah, Lucas moves himself up into 9th. Kim down to 10th now after that little mistake. So yeah, quite a fast flowing track. Any little mistakes you will get punished. So Smith in first place, still doing a good job in the Ferrari. But yeah, Gadget behind, just not going anywhere at the moment. Nee Jogger the same. Ronin's probably closed that gap a little bit more, I think. He's going to start picking up the slipstream in Nee Jogger soon, I think. Plux in 5th, doing well in the Toyota. Chris in 6th. Myself in 7th, Muller in 8th. So Lucas in 9th. Kim in 10th, recovering after that little incident. Senna in 7th, Senna in 11th, sorry. Richie in 12th, Ben in 13th. V8 down in 14th now, so may have pitted. Yeah, fresh tyres, so I think V8's pitted, back out in 14th, Jules in 15th and Daz in 16th. So yeah, top 4 all in the same shot there. I think Ronin's the man on the move at the moment, as he really has closed that gap up to Nee Jogger now. Nee Jogger showing slightly more tyre wear than Ronin behind. We'll see how that plays out. He looks to be dropping back a little bit from Gadget as well. So Plux in a bit of clear air in 5th. Chris not really making any ground on him at the moment. Myself in 7th, still doing just enough to keep Muller behind. Kamaru in 9th, so Kamaru's got back ahead of Lucas somewhere. We've missed that, but it looks like Lucas is will do well to get round the outside of there. As Kim just gives him plenty of space, so keeps retains 9th place. Senna looking to get amongst this battle. Coming onto the main straight now. So see if Ronin is close enough. That's a lovely camera shot. Let's see if Ronin's he's not going to be close enough to make a move into this first corner, I don't think, but getting a little bit closer as we've got Muller pitting from 8th. One of the first men to pit, I think. That's promoted Kamaru back up into 8th place as he's still fending off Lucas here into the first corner. He takes the inside. Doing well in the Citroen. I think he's just recently changed Group 4 cars as well to that Citroen. Yeah, doing well so far. So we rejoin Ronan in 4th place. He's bumper to bumper with knee jogger now. As he looks to the inside, there's next set of corners. So we've got a flat out left and then a bit of a braking point, so I think we'll get the job done nicely here. So he's got the inside. That's good on the brakes. So yeah, up into 3rd, knee jogger down to 4th now. Let's see if Ronan can catch up with these top two. There's Smith just not being able to get away from Gadget at the moment. Softer corners. He used a lot more fuel as well by the looks of it. So Gadget doing well on the fuel, doing well on the tyres as always. He's in a great position at the moment. I think Smith's lap time is going to start dropping off soon. That front left looking really worn as he goes into the pits actually on the 15-minute mark. So that puts Gadget back up in the 1st. Ronan at 2nd as knee jogger pits from 4th as well. This promotes Plucks back up into 3rd. Got myself pitting as well, so got Kamara and Lucas coming through, moving up into 6th and 7th, Senna into 8th. Got Chris just coming out of the pits there. Richie comes really close. So yeah, so Chris rejoining in 10th, myself rejoining in 11th, as that looks like 3 wide there, so someone's gone off. Looks like Ben's had a bit of an incident there as myself coming out the pits, I think. There's yeah, massive speed difference at the end of that straight. It can be quite difficult to navigate people coming out of the pits. But yes, it looks like just about holding on to 11th place there, ahead of Muller. Rejoined the leader Gadget. He's got Ronan close behind. So Smith first of the front runners to pit. He comes out into some clean air as well, so we'll be putting the hammer down, getting some quick lap times in. Knee jogger in a bit clear air as well, as that's Kamaru and Lucas going side by side. So these two guys still fighting. Senna still behind these two guys, looking to capitalise on any mistakes. But there's Lucas up into 6th, Kamaru down to 7th, Senna in 8th still. Got Richie coming through in 9th, and that's a bit of an incident there. Richie's had a bit of a crash, and he's had a massive crash. So struggling to keep up with that. So it looked like Chris had a wobble as well, but he's managed to stay on track, moves himself up to 9th, myself 10th and Muller in 11th now. And Richie down to 12th with rear damage. So a couple of incidents there from Richie in a couple of corners. As Lucas and Richie diving into the pits, V8 coming through from 13th, moving up to 11th. A quick pit stop there from Lucas, as you see V8 just flash past. Let's get back to the front of the grid now. So we've got Gadget, and so is Ronan pitted as well. So it looks like we missed that. Ronan's pitted from 2nd place and rejoins in 7th. Comes out behind this little battle of Senna, Kamaru and what was Lucas. So Lucas actually pitted, Kamaru stayed out. So Ronan's going to be looking to get past his flashes headlights. Just takes the inside line for the next corner. Ronan after pitting back out to 5th. Kamara is 6th, still not pitted yet. Senna is 7th. Chris, having pitted, is back out in 8th. Just ahead of myself and Muller. V8 in 11th. Looks like V8's picked up damage somewhere. Lucas in 12th now after pitting. Needs to get some quick lap times in, as he's in a bit of a battle with Kamaru and Senna at the moment. Richie in 13th, Ben in 14th, looks like he's picked up damage as well, and Jules in 15th, struggling, and ran out the back there. We've got Daz in the pits, rejoining the leader Gadget as he goes round again, just coming up to the 19-minute mark. He's got Senna pitting from 8th, promotes Muller up into 8th, so we've got Smith in 3rd, catching the front 2 now. He's got Gadget and Plux not pitted yet. Obviously got to watch his tyre wear by the time he gets to the back of Plux. The super softs might just start to be in the fading stage. So knee jogger in 4th. Ronin in clear air in 5th now after getting past Kamaru and Chris. So it looks like Muller's got past as well. Kamaru running a little bit wide there on the old tyres. So Muller makes the most of it, moves himself up in the 7th. Quick run through the grid. So Gadget in 1st place, got a decent gap to Plux in 2nd, who's going to be under pressure from Smith very soon by the looks of it. Just stay with this for a minute. Just coming through the final left-hander. Smith's going to have a good drive. Looks like Plux got a good exit, but I think that Ferrari's just going to eat him alive down the straights. Just come through the final right-hander, flat out. And it looks like Plux are diving into the pits, so Plux pits from 2nd, moves Smith back up to 2nd. So knee jogger coming through in 3rd. And Ronin in 4th. We'll see Plux still in the pits. Yes, Plux is coming out of the pits now. Rejoins in 5th. He's got Chris and Muller having a battle for 6th and 7th at the moment. Kamaru in 8th, still going on the racing softs. So a long stint from Kamaru, a long stint from Gadget in 1st place as well. Smith just going purple. You see Gadget now, he's going to start closing that gap pretty rapidly, I think. There's a knee jogger in 3rd, just about staying in touch with Smith at the moment. Ronin up into 4th now after Plux pitting. Plux might come under a bit of pressure from Chris, we'll see. So, dragging Muller along with him as well. Kamaru in 8th, Lucas in 9th. Myself in 10th, so I picked up a bit of damage. I think I had a little crash somewhere and dropped a few places. Having a bit of a crap race so far. V8 in 11th, coming under a bit of pressure. So V8's got a bit of damage as well. Coming under a bit of pressure from Senna. With fresher tyres, so we'll be looking to get a move on. Got Ben in 13th, also with a little bit of damage. Tyre wear as well. It's costing him, struggling a little bit today. Richie down in 14th. Also not having one of his best races. Jules in 15th, and it looks like we lost Daz from 16th. Sitting the 22-minute mark now. So yeah, Gadget in 1st place, doing a great job. That front right really showing some signs of wear. Just hangs it out, maximises the track. Yeah, Smith really closed that gap now. So you've got Gadget in the steady 1minute 51s. The past three laps, and 1minute 49s from Smith, so it's 2 seconds a lap quicker at the moment. Knee jogger in 3rd as well, just a few 1minute 49s, just dipping into 1minute 50s on the last lap. 1:49.4 last lap for Ronin, so yeah, top 4 looking really quick at the moment. We've got Plux and Chris and Muller. We've had a similar gap between these guys for a couple of laps now. Myself in 8th. Yeah, looks like I moved up a place. So Lucas down to 9th. Senna in 10th. Kamara in 11th. V8 in 12th. Richie 13th. Jules 14th. And Ben in 15th. So yeah, 1:51 again from Gadget. Low 1:50 from Smiths. He's closing that gap again, but yeah, the Supersoft's going to show signs of wear by the time he catches him. Yeah, it should be interesting how this one plays out. The jogger first was Muller pitting from 7th. Oh, just missed that, so I think someone's just flashed through. So Muller's out of the pits, and myself and Lorca's just about to get past, and Muller rejoins in 9th. Get myself up into 8th as Lucas in 7th. So have a look at leaders now. Smith's just picking up the slipstream of Gadget in 1st place. I think Gadget might put in this lap. He'll do well to hold Smith up now. See what happens. They just come through as the Gadget goes defensive into the final left-hander. No way past for Smith at the moment, but here we are on coming onto the main straight. Got the fast right-hander coming up. Let's jump on board with Smith. So he takes it outside. Is that Gadget diving into the pits yet? So that's Gadget into the pits finally on the 26-minute mark. You can almost be thinking about a one stopper from this stage, but yeah. So Smith back up in the 1st, Knee up in the 2nd, Ronin into 3rd, we'll see. Does that sound like Gadget? Yeah, Gadget's just coming out of the pits now. Plux on the Plux got a lot more over speed. Plux back up into 4th, Gadget rejoins in 5th. Great first stint from Gadget though, so he's put himself in a good position for the rest of the race. Chris in 6th. Look back down the grid, we've got Lucas in 7th, coming under a bit of pressure from Muller. Myself in 9th, Senna in 10th, Kamara 11th, V8 in 12th, 1:50.4, good time from V8. There's Richie in 13th. He's finding a bit more pace now, Richie, after a slow start. He's got Jules up into 14th now, so it looks like he's got ahead of Ben down to 15th. Rejoin our leader Smith now. He's got to put some good times in. He's got Knee behind, really bad tyre wear on the front right again from Knee. A little bit better from Smith. And, pretty good tyre wear from Ronin at the moment in 3rd place. Plux just staying consistent in 4th. He's got Gadget closing the gap a little bit in 5th. Chris dropping back a little bit off a Gadget in 6th. Got Lucas and Muller side by side now, so these two guys fighting for position. It's a big smash from, that's got to be engine damage on Muller surely. No, he's got away with that. Front right damage. Bloody hell, right. So we've got front right damage on Muller, but he gets to 7th place. Lucas down to 8th with front right damage also. And myself in 9th with front right damage, and Senna in 11th, Senna in 10th, sorry, with no damage. And that looks like myself diving into the pits there from 10th place, from 9th place, sorry. So that's Senna up into 9th. Kamara just coming down the main straight now. myself still in the pits taking on fuel. There's a V8 coming through in 12th. Let's have a little look. Just see myself coming out of the pit, so yeah, V8 shoots past, moves himself up to 11th, myself down to 12th. Rejoin the leader Smiths. Yeah, 1 minute 50 flat last time around, so still looking quick. 1 minute 50.9 quick time, but lost just under a second to Smith that last lap. 50.5 from Ronin. So looks like Plux has really closed the gap to Gadget here. I thought Gadget might have got away in the Lexus, but Plux has caught onto the slipstream, latched right onto the rear bumper of Gadget. 49.7s last time around. We've got Smith pitting from the lead, Knee Jogger pitting from second, so this is going to promote Ronin up into first place. Tyres still looking okay for Ronin at the moment, so yeah, he's in a good position. As we got Gadget and Plux coming through to take second and third place. Smith just coming back out of the pits now, so rejoins in fourth. Knee Jogger rejoining in fifth. Muller pitting from 7th, promoting Lucas and Senna up. And it was like Chris just coming out of the pits up ahead. I don't think Lucas is going to be close enough to get them. Oh, he is, yeah. So that shows you the speed difference coming out of the pits. The Senna goes through as well. So Lucas up into 6th, Senna in 7th, Chris down to 8th. Kamaru in 9th, V8 in 10th, myself in 11th. As that's Muller coming out of the pits now. Oh, that was close. Just getting ahead of Muller there, so myself in 11th, Muller in 12th, Richie in 13th, Jules in 14th, Ben in 15th. So rejoin our now leader, Ronin in first place, 49.7 last time around for Ronin, it's a good time. So we just passed the half-hour mark. Just coming to the end of lap 18. You've got Gadget's closed that gap right up to Ronin now. So he seems to have shaken off the pressure from Plux a little bit. So Ronin takes a late decision to dive into the pits on lap 18. So this promotes Gadget back up in the first. Plux into second. And we've got Smith again re-catching these guys. Different strategies playing out at the moment. So Knee in 4th after his pit as well, fresh tyres. So Ronin rejoining in 5th place and clear, a lot of clear air. So Senna, Chris and Lucas fighting for 6th, 7th and 8th. Senna's got the inside, Chris takes a look to the outside. So can't get it done there. So retaining positions, got Kamaru down in 9th. V8 and myself very close together. It looks like I might have the inside of this corner. Just about, yeah, just about to get ahead there. So get myself up into 10th, V8 down to 11th, Muller in 12th still. Jules in 13th, struggling this McGann today. Ben and Richie also probably didn't get a practice in beforehand. Yeah, so rejoin the leader Gadget in first place. Plux just about staying in the slipstream at the moment in second. Smith in third, Knee in 4th, Ronin 5th, Senna and Senna and Chris really close together, but still got Lucas in 8th, Kamaru 9th. It's always still close together. V8 gets himself back ahead of me. So yeah, V8 gets the job done there, gets up into 10th place. You should have the inside of this next corner. As Oh, it looks like Muller's just put a couple of wheels on the grass and just spun it. Awkward spin as well. He's going to lose a bit of time there. Just about get us the front end round. And just rejoin this. Looks like I've got back ahead of V8 again. So this battle carrying on. So just coming through the final right-hander onto the main straight. And V8 not opting for the slipstream. You just see that Jag just pulling away down the straight. It's a very powerful car. The Group 4 Jag. So myself and 10th just hanging on there. V8 and 11th, Muller down to 12th, just carrying on with that damage. So yeah, with a quick rundown again. So Gadget first place. It's a really long first stint. Stuck the super softs on for this next stint, so he's obviously going to stop again. Doing well on fuel as well compared to Plux behind, just under a quarter of a tank for Plux. Smith in third place still, catching these two guys again. 1:48.6 a couple of laps ago from Smith first. Fastest lap of the race so far, very quick time. Gadget carries on again for another lap in the lead, just retaining the lead ahead of Plux. Nijog having a quiet race in fourth place, but staying consistent. So looks like Roney's picked up a little bit of damage somewhere. These strategies all playing out differently at the moment. It's all going to come together after the next phase of pit stops, I think. So I've got V8 pit in, so that puts me in a bit of clear air in 10th. Muller coming through in 12th. Still carrying on with that rear damage. I think V8's going to be taking on some fuel. So yeah, Muller up into 11th. Jules slowly catching. So he's nearly on the back end of these guys. Does need to pit though, as you've got Ben at the back there. Picked up some damage somewhere. Anyway, back with the leader Gadget. The top three just look to be bunching up a little bit again. So the way these strategies are playing out, but Smith really needs track position now, I feel. He's doing better on the fuel than Plux, who's really going to start suffering with that tyre wear soon, I feel. Top three, just starting lap 22, Gadget in first, Plux in second, Smith in third, and he's still in fourth. So you got Neil in fourth in clear air, Ronan in fifth in clear air, Chris in sixth, Senna a little bit further behind, so Lucas has pitted as well, so it moves Senna up into 7th. It's Kamaru pitting from 9th, just going to promote myself, might get ahead of Lucas here as well. Promotes myself up into 8th. So Lucas rejoining the race in 9th, Muller in 10th. Kamaru taking on fuel in 11th. V8 in 12th, Jules in 13th, and Ben in 14th. We rejoin the top three. We're still pretty much bumper to bumper now. Yeah, I think Smith. Yeah, he really needs to get ahead. He's going to start feeling the effects of that dirty air of the car in front. He's probably start scrubbing his tyres even more. Again, this isn't there's not that many clear overtaking opportunities on this track. Some of the braking zones tend to be a little bit twisty on the lead up, obviously, other than the main braking zone into turn 1, which is also a little bit kinky. Just blasting down the main straight now, top 3 going around again. So looks like Gadget's pulled a little bit of a gap to Plux. Plux critical on fuel now as well. Smith nearly has a look up the inside, but thinks twice about it as you see Lee Jogger in the background coming through turn 1. Ronin carrying on with that front end damage. You've got Senna pitting from 7th, so Chris in 6th, got Senna in the pits. Myself just coming around the final bend now. Don't think I'm going to be close enough to Senna. You see, keep an eye on the graphic. Yeah, there's Senna's just coming out of the pits now, so yeah, get myself up to 7th. Senna rejoining in 8th. Lucas in 9th. Got Muller pitting from 10th place. Promote V8 up into 10th. See where Muller is as well. He's got Jules pitting behind. See where Kamaru is. So yeah, Kamaru looks like got ahead of Muller there as well. Muller just coming out the pit stops. And this is Ben's got himself back amongst it as well. So Ben up into 12th now, just ahead of Muller. Jules in the pits taking on fuel. Probably his last pit of the race, I'd say. We rejoin the leaders now. Gadget in 1st, Plux in 2nd, Smith in 3rd. So yeah, it's looking like everyone has to pit again, and then we'll have a flat out race with the top 3 to the finish. As Plux is the first one to pit. He was the motor as he goes with 1% fuel left. Gadget going round again. Gadget and Smith very similar on fuel levels. Knee jogger going round again, but we'll be pitting next lap. Does it sound like Plux just coming out the pits? No, the Ronin pitting from 5th. Chris with a little bit more fuel, he's going to get a couple more laps in, so Chris up into 5th for now. So you've got Plux just rejoining the race in 4th. So just the top 3 guys to pit now. I've got myself pitting in the background there as well. So yeah, Gadget doing a good job so far, retaining 1st place. Just putting his car in all the right places at the moment. Smith can't really get close enough to make a proper move. Just at the end of lap 24 now. And both these guys will be diving in the pits. Yeah, they do. So we'll see where Plux, where they come out in regards to Plux, as that'll be knee pitting from 3rd place as well. This is Plux just coming around the final right-hander. You can see, yeah, just Chris not too far in the background there either. But we'll be pitting. So there are top 3 in the pits. Plux coming down the main straight. That sounds like someone rejoined the track already, yeah. So Smith and Gadget rejoining the track. Gadget muscling his way to the left-hand side of the track, gets the inside of this corner. Smith has got a lot of momentum. Looks like Smith has got nicked 1st place. So don't know, did he take on less fuel? Gadget's got the inside of this corner though, so that's Gadget back up in the 1st place, and that little bit of fighting's brought Plux right back into it. And there it is, our top 3 now to the end of this race. We've got 15 minutes left. Everyone's good, fresh tyres, enough fuel. It should be exciting. Alright, so before we'll have a quick run through. We'll have a quick run through the order, and I think most of the rest of this race will be taken up by this fight. I don't think I've watched an endurance championship race this close yet. Literally all podium places within a second of each other, as Smith might be taking a look here, but Gadget just gets his car on the inside, just defends that well. Smith will get a good run out of here though. Pluck's just watching this all unfold in front of him, but yeah, Lexus really strong out of the slow corners, as Gadget just slots in front again. So yeah, just Chris pitting from 4th place, that promotes Knee Jogger back up into 4th, as Gadget leads him into the first corner again. Plux has a little look at Smith as well, so Gadget could really do with. And yeah, Plux has got himself up into 2nd. This is exactly what Gadget needed. He can just try and open that gap up a little bit now. All 3 of these guys top racers, obviously not silly enough to lose too much time fighting. See, they all just slot in again. This Plux looks like he's got almost had a good run on the Lexus there, but that Lexus just too powerful down the straights for the Toyota. Yeah, Gadget holding on to 1st place. So yeah, let's have a little quick run through the order, and then we'll come back to this. It's Gadget 1st, Plux in 2nd, Smith in 3rd now. 12 minutes left, anything can happen. We flip back, got Knee Jogger a little bit further behind, so any of them top 3 make a mistake now, or you know, have a crash or a needless pit stop for damage, and that'll promote Knee back up into the podium places. Chris a little bit further back down the grid now, but he's good to the end of the race, so strong result in 5th. He's got Senna in 6th. Senna's had a quiet race, but yeah, he's moved himself steadily up the grid into 6th. Got Lucas in 7th, a little bit further behind. Imagine he'd be wanting to put that Toyota under pressure towards the end of the race. You've got Ronin down to 8th now. He's had a couple of incidents after a strong start. Unfortunate for him. Got myself in 9th. Should really have done better in the Jag today, I feel. But yeah, it's still 10 minutes left to see what happens. The 8 in 10th. Kamaru in 11th, Muller in 12th now, having a pit again by the looks of it. Fuel going critical. Jules in 13th, Ben down in 14th. So yeah, back with the top 3. They're still setting personal best sector times there. Gadget in 1st place, so he's got to be absolutely on it. This Plux is crawling all over his bumper at the moment, but yeah, say that Toyota is really going to struggle down the straights. You got Smith just chomping at the bit behind these 2 as well, so still 10 minutes of this race left, and anything can happen. Yeah, just under 3 minutes of this race left now. The top 3 have been nose to tail for the past close to 15 minutes, I'd say. Gadget's still leading the way in the Lexus, just coming onto the main straight at the end of lap 31. Just riding on board with Smith here, so that Toyota really benefiting from the slipstream. I think Smith would have a much better chance if it wasn't for that, but yeah, great job from all these guys so far. Start of lap 32, we've got Gadget in first place still, Plux in second, Smith in third. Nijog is still on that full solid race from Nijog. Chris in fifth, rolling back up into sixth now. Excuse me. You've got Senna in seventh, myself in eighth, Kamaru in ninth, Lucas in 10th, V8 in 11th, Muller in 12th, Jules in 13th, Ben in 14th. Just ride on board with Plux for a while. Barely a minute, as he has a little bit of a look. There's barely a minute and a half left now, so they'll have the end at this will be the second to last lap, I'd say. Yeah, you should look at the lap times on the right hand side there. That has been, from all three of these guys, extremely quick lap times under maximum pressure for the past, you know, for the past 6, 7, 8 laps. So this is it, last lap now. The Gadget's still holding on to that first place. No one can seem to find a way past. Plux doing really well in the Toyota in second. Smith just unable to excuse me. Smith just unable to find a way past at the moment. So Plux getting closer again to Gadget. You've got Ronin finishing 6th, Senna in 7th. Yeah, we'll stay with this until the end now. And Gadget just takes the inside again. Plux just about slots back into second as Smith had a little look there, I think. So the last few corners coming up. Fantastic drive from Gadget thus far. Plux runs a little bit wide. Smith going left to right. There's just no way past. As they come through the final bend, they're coming up to the final right hand. I think Gadget has got the job done here. Excellent driving after that really long first stint, and just retained track position since then. So Gadget in first, Plux in second, Smith in third. Fantastic drive for those three drivers. That's the closest finish I've seen to a Drec race this season. Nijog in fifth, Chris in fifth. But yeah, what a race, what a finish. Ronin 6th, Senna 7th, myself in 8th, Kamaru 9th, Lucas 10th, V8 11th, Muller 12th, Jules 13th, and Ben in 14th. Thank you for watching. This has been Drivers Room Endurance Championship, and we'll see you next week.